Hola, soy Lola, and you're listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
I'm a monster, knew that she raised one. All of your hate won't change none. Who you think you are?
Welcome everybody to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and you can look around because we have a lot of faces, so let's go down the roster. First coming up, he likes to think of himself as the host of the debate show, but he always gets pissed off at me or at one of us and shuts down. He is the man, the myth. Give it up for the host of the debate show, Chaz the Don, Chaz the icon, Chaz Evans.
It's your boy, it's your cousin, it's your nephew. It's the Don, Chaz Evans. Happy to be on this debate. No, I'm sorry, wrong show. Happy to be on this interview show. I got some cool guys here, some people I like to call some real good friends, so I wouldn't have missed this interview for nothing.
Highest as always. Next up on the roster, he's the swole master. He's the man who lifts more than the world can weigh. He is always killing bears for no apparent reason other than to say he can do it with his bare hands like Zangief. Give it up for Chris Idol.
All right, always happy to be here.
Man, I appreciate you being here. Next on this list, he's only here because he's Chaz's little brother, JJ.
First, I like to thank the sidewalks, keep me off the street. Dangerous times going on, so make sure that you're locked and loaded. Chitty, chitty, bang. Can't remember the rest of the words, but okay.
Wow, he fucked up his own catchphrase. This is why he's not invited to the show this often. And last but not least, this man, he is the Dark Lord, the legend. Give it to the man who, Jesus owes him money, and he's still trying to collect. Damien Fatal.
I invented the IRS. We'll for that.
So, this is the 3 Count presents Now Entering the Ring, which means one thing for you. We have a special guest. And in this instance, we don't have a special guest. We have special guests. So, let's talk about these guys. They come from Outbreak. They are up and down the Mid-Atlantic and the East Coast. You guys catch them. They are so fly. These guys are known as the Throne.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for having us tonight.
Bet, man. We're so excited to have you guys on. So for our listeners and our viewers who don't know exactly who the Throne is, why don't you guys give us an idea of who each and one of you guys are, and then who is the Throne?
Go ahead, Casey, since you always want to jump the first gun.
No, you got that. That's all you, Batu.
All right,
that's all you.
But see, these guys are used to me doing the introductions and stuff. So. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do this formally, right? Let me act like you guys are a crowd right now, right? Oh man, so because you guys are talking about the three men that come from the royal city. You are talking about 3 men that have graced God's green earth and have stepped into the 4 ropes, into the wrestling ring, every wrestling ring, and dominated every single tag team we have come across. We are your AFCW World Tag Team Champions, AFCW AMP Champion. And even though our other member isn't here, he is the AFCW World Heavyweight Champion. So we have Casey Ligon. We have Batu Kusanagi.
Thank you.
And we have Daniel Riley, of course, which that would be me. And we are the Throne. Does that help?
Did that help you? Did it help the views go up just a little bit?
Was that better?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yes. This is
yes.
the new attire. See, at Kusanagi.
All right, Chaz might not remember. We kind of knocked this block off a little bit.
Obviously, you can tell his partner's not here.
Whoa. Let's not forget, though, who drops you on your neck. So that's...
Ooh.
But
we let's not forget who dropped you on your.
I mean, hey, let's remember who won the match.
Yeah.
That's
And
me
this is
cordial
getting
and professional about it.
We
Okay,
can we can talk about
we're being professional.
I know we're being professional about it, but I'm gonna say it like this: he has to remember whose face got cleaned off and double pinned for the 1, 2, 3.
I was front row for that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you had to double pin me though in order to win.
Oh no, we just did it because we wanted to. There's a
No,
big.
that's okay. It's okay. That's okay.
I mean, we beat you up the whole match.
Yeah, we murdered you. Like we made you made you the stomping, stomping grounds. Like we stepped the yard on you and just dropped.
Yeah, it's all right, man. So worked a little too much heat on you, brother.
Dang. Chaz,
but
Chaz
we're good. We're happy to be here. I was
yes, we are happy to be here. Thank you very much.
On my way from doing laundry, so I'm actually glad I'm up
Don't
catch everything.
He's cleaning his tights.
Yeah,
my tights are already clean, as you can see. They're clean.
He's been wrestling with temptation all week, and now
Shut up. Shut up.
All right.
Anywho, gentlemen.
So I'll take back control for a bit. Here's what my next question is for you guys, right? So how did you guys get into the business?
who wants to start off that question?
All right. Well, all right. Let's not use the forbidden word, but you know what? Screw it. So all three of us started as backyard wrestlers. I think everybody is familiar with the term.
Sorry.
We're all familiar with the term backyard wrestlers.
I started my living room. Sorry, let's correct that. But go ahead.
Well, we weren't wrestling in backyards. We wrestled in parks, man. Because
yes,
the city does that to you. There ain't no backyard.
Concrete jungle all day, every day.
The concrete.
That's right.
Basically.
That's the best way to put it.
And then we all left and went to wrestling schools and did normal shtick.
Do you want to give a little bit more backstory to that, or is that all right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of backstory to it.
Well, let's try to make it like a minute less.
Batu and I went to the same wrestling school out here in New York, and Casey went to a wrestling school out in New Jersey.
I originally started off after I left the yard, after doing it for about 2 years. I went to Ace Pro Wrestling in Wallington, New Jersey at the time period.
Which is a really good school, though.
Really good school. That's where wrestlers such as Jay Lethal, AJ Lee came from. Sonny Kiss is another one. And after that, I moved over and went over to BWF in the Bronx, where people like LAX came from.
Well, Batu and I.
Batu, and that's where I met. That's where I already knew Danny and Batu prior, but like we weren't as close as we are now. I was just starting out, young cat, coming into the business, didn't really know much, and like I had to do a lot of proving myself to the both of them.
I mean, at the time we did too. I mean, we getting our asses whooped. Boy.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, when we first started, between myself, Danny, and a few others, when we basically started training and stuff like that, like with the likes of, like you said, LAX, Mike Drastic, and Mike Sanchez and Drastic. Santana Ortiz. When they trained us on our first days, especially with Sam Torres, aka Riot.
Right.
Bronco International, things of those guys.
AKA my gear maker.
Yep, the AKA my gear maker. That's right.
AKA the gear maker.
The gear maker.
He
taught us how to be humble, how to be respectful when it comes to like locker rooms. Even though when people feel like they don't. A lot of ring etiquette
went into play, and just taught us to take the business serious.
When you
if you want to be a wrestler, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this right.
So going into locker rooms and stuff like that, you introduce yourself to every single body. Never walk in with as if you're on some high horse, as if you don't know what you're doing. No, you go in there, you say hi to every single body, because you never know who that person that you shake your hands with could be your next promotion.
Well, yeah, Well, I think they would like to get to the next question.
Yeah.
We
No,
are
actually, you
hyped.
know what's great about this show, man? It's like we said, like right before we start recording, man. This is a show like all about like it's you guys' interview, right? So we want to hear about you guys, but then also it comes down to like like what like what do you want to give like your guys is like ultimately like what you guys are giving back to the industry. So talking to us about like stuff like shaking hands in the back room, like somebody who's listening to this podcast probably didn't know that, right? And in all the episodes that we've done, man, like this will probably, I think this is like maybe one of like 3 times that it was ever really discussed was like, hey, here's the reason why, because you never know who that next person's going to be. So
Yeah.
great advice though.
Well, I mean, if you get a lot of wrestlers that are starting in the business, all right, please wipe your effing feet when you get into the ring.
Oh my God!
My
yes.
supposed
God.
to do that. You're
Please.
supposed to wipe your feet. It's
I
basically
see this so
walking
many
in.
times, and they don't wipe their feet when they get into the ring, and I'm like, my God, I would have got my head knocked off for that. Please
Yeah.
wipe your freaking feet
Even
when
if
you get in the
you're,
ring, man.
like, especially if you like to slide in and stuff like that, you can easily slide in, stop, wipe your foot, and then do what you got to do.
Do something, man. Do something
that shows respect. Because I was trained by.
You need to show respect to that ring, man. And we used to get concussions in training.
Yeah. I was trained by Ben Garcia, who was wrestling out in Puerto Rico. He told me, like, if you did something really indiscreet, you'd get your face knocked in. For doing something wrong.
We had a plethora of trainers. My God, I mean, every day there was somebody else running training. But you learn something from everybody. It's like going.
A little bit of everything.
It's like going to like 20 wrestling schools in one, because one might tell you this role looks good this way, and you can do it this way, and you can do it this way, and it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna do all of them.
The one thing I'd say I'll always take away from wrestling, but I've learned from about everybody, is if you feel like you're never learning anything in the business, you should stop.
Yeah.
You need to stop. If you feel like you've learned nothing else, you have nothing left to give, that's kind of like your signs or your cues to just be like, that's it. There's nothing left for me to learn.
Yeah, goodbye.
Like, you gotta look at people like Chris Jericho. You gotta look at people like, I would say, Jay Lethal as well. Like people who are consistently, hell, even Bray Wyatt. You gotta look at these people, and Kenny Omega and other people who are consistently changing who they are, because they still have so much more to learn and give back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you never stop learning, man. Never.
Yeah, every single day. You never stop. From the day you wake up to the day you put on your wrestling shoes and you get in that ring, you're gonna learn something new.
Yeah, you learn.
Always keep an open mind, but always be a sponge to everything that they tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually, what's funny is like you guys, we're talking about this right now, and this was something I learned too, because like I'm in my first year as well, right?
Oh.
And so the craziest part is someone told me to like always keep a sponge at the top of your bag, not in your bag, on top of your bag, so that when you open your bag, it's the first thing you see is like, oh yeah, I'm here because I'm a sponge. I got to absorb a lot.
That's actually a pretty cool thing. You know, I mean, for us, it was more of like, metaphor. Nobody ever told us to put sponge on our bag, but no, they just kind of beat it into us. Like, hey, look, you're gonna, like, hey, you're gonna go to this promotion. We're gonna get you this booking. You're gonna shake the promoter's hand, and you're gonna be humble. And if not, then you're gonna get your head.
I took a drop kick from Bronco my first day. Mind you, that's a big dude. I took a drop kick from him straight. He said you could take a drop kick. I said, yeah.
Those chops, man. Those chops.
He jumped from right, like less than 2 feet from me, like that. Jumped and drop kicked me. And I took that like a pro and rolled out. I said, holy shit, my chest hurts.
Yeah, well, when you're learning from them, and then you like mess up, it's just like, you don't want to disappoint. But then, when you finally get it, he's like, oh, sí, tú ves. And I'm like, oh, man. Okay.
So, like, here's my next question for you guys. Like, what do you think is, like, one thing that's missing from the industry?
Storytelling.
Respect.
I'm trying to think of, like, one that I want to say. I mean, there's so much that's missing.
Personally, for me, I feel like what's being there's two things I feel like is being lost. I feel like certain wrestlers are not prepared. Like, I'm kind of like, I'll say in the group, I'm kind of that guy that, like, I like to be 10 steps ahead, but also 10 steps behind. Like, pretty much I'm the one guy that tries to come up with T-shirt designs and gear designs. Like, I like, it's a bad and a good quality, because it's like, I overly prepare, but I like to have it so just so you know, okay, hey, let's say if we need this, we need this. I'd rather not wait till the last minute or in the heat of the moment to try to get it done. I'd rather have it done way ahead of time. Now we have it in the back burner in the file. So guess what? We don't have to wait to do this, that, and the third. We already have these designs. We have this. And I definitely also say for me, like storytelling in the sense of character-wise, like I feel like there's no real depth in people's characters anymore. I feel like personally, if you have been in the business over like maybe 5-7 years, there's no real depth anymore because everyone is just so focused on doing the coolest, flashiest move. Everyone's so focused on,
God. Yeah.
you know, like I hate that. Like
investing yourself.
Yeah.
Investing yourself. I think it is missing. Like that sense of, to me, that sense of realism is missing. Like you're in a damn wrestling match. Okay, why are we doing 40 flips? Listen, not that I'm against it because hey, athleticism and you get to show it out there and that's incredible. But I feel
there's
like
a limit.
It makes I feel like it shortens your career. Like I'm not a flashy dude. I get in there and I will wrestle you. And if you want to trade blows back and forth, we will do that. But you're not catching me doing, Canadian destroyer off the top rope for a 2 count. Like we're not doing that.
Never know.
Yeah.
Add on to
Austin didn't need it to get over. Triple H didn't need it to get over.
Yeah, he does.
Kurt Angle, Benoit, none of them needed to do any of that stuff to get over. So if they didn't need it, you didn't need it here.
It's just basically it's the show of the performance of how certain people are. That there's not even a criticism. It's just that some people just can't take real criticism to better themselves.
Oh God!
They take it as a grain of salt, as he's attacking me. He's basically making me feel bad. And it's like, yo, you are here to learn. Whether if you did it wrong or you did it right. Because sometimes even if you did it right, you still did it wrong.
Yeah, man. Show up and wrestle, man. That's it. That's what the business is missing. That sense of realism that we used to have back in the day. That was it. That's my biggest thing. We all know kayfabe is dead, but my God, you can always make them believe when you're in the damn match.
Yeah, like for instance, Chris Jericho, like whenever he's portraying a heel, like he never does anything fan-wise. He never takes pictures. He never does that. And then like I recently started realizing that, like I said, I'm the youngest in the group. I'm the youngest who's been in the ring with the group. But like I've been with another group that I won't mention the name.
Project X. Just say it. Just say
no.
it.
Well, Project X. But I'm not going to mention the members in it due to like.
Absolutely not.
I'm not going to mention that, but it's just like
Project Failure.
But yeah, Project Failure. Pretty much, I was in a group where I wasn't learning. Well, I was learning, but I was being taught wrong. I was being taught, to do this and do that. But then when I didn't do it the way that person wanted, I got ridiculed. I got pretty much. I won't lie to you. If Danny and Batu did not pick me up when they did, or if I did not show them how badly I wanted to make it, I want this to be turned into more than just us, getting signed. I want this to help us get financial freedom to just live our dreams, whatever we want to do. I want to transition wrestling to so much more. If they never picked me up, I would have quit. I would have hung up the boots. I would have quit. I would never look back because like my hope, my creativity, everything was just destroyed. Like, and a lot of people don't know that because I'm just that I was that guy that I'll show up and just act like I was happy.
And also for the fact that sorry if I moved away from the camera, grab some hangers. When I remember seeing KC being put in a match, I think what's the name against Grey Wolf, and how the way they were utilizing his talent, it kind of really put a real aspect of how the way I felt towards a lot of certain industries. Yeah. Because certain industries that they say that they're there for you, and they want to see that they want to see you progress and see you grow. Honestly, sometimes I call that BS. Because if you wanted to see somebody grow, why are you basically using your friends why are your friends getting business, all of this? Yeah, I know, I understand that, but
I love the way your ceiling looks, man. That's a great view.
The realism becomes the realism. if you know that this person has, you know, a lot of class and you think that you can push him, don't just sit there and put him up against your friend and say, oh, you're going to go over like this because this is my friend. No, stop that. Everyone's here to do something to progress themselves to be a better person. No one should be nobody's doormat or nobody's stomping grounds because you want to make them look better and then make them look like a piece of, you know, like a pile of trash.
Yeah, and that was a big thing. That was a really big thing for me too because I was in a company which I won't name either.
I'm not afraid.
That I personally won't name, and I was pretty much, I wouldn't say I was an enhancement talent. Like every now and then they'll give me a big win, but it was just like, you know, I was going up against names like Steven Person in person, Splendid Bobby C. I went up with ECW legend Gary Wolf. I faced Rage from FTW. Like I can say I faced a good plethora of people, but it was how I was utilized, how they treated me. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It's like certain people treated me. It was just like, I'm not gonna bash nobody. Like, you know, that's one thing I've tried my best not to bash, but it was just like I was in a position where I felt like I wasn't being utilized properly. And then I see my boys, they're doing the throne, they're traveling, this, that, and the third. I'm just like, how do I fit? And that was the first thing that came to mind. How do I fit in with the group? Because I don't want to just jump in because they're my boys. And then I'm just like, okay, you know, when we get to the question about backstory to characters and stuff, like I realized that the character I was trying to portray, like it met up what they were trying to do. And this is what needed to get done. And they'll tell you, I pestered them like day in, day out, like, yo, I want in.
Yeah, my God.
I want in. And it's no secret. And this is no secret. Like, Danny at one point, he said it straight to my face. It's like, yo, I love you, but you're not ready. And I think this was at the ACW show. Yeah, I was at. And I'm like, yo, look, I understand how you feel, but give me one shot to prove to you I'm ready.
And when he basically said that to me, said that to Danny, I was standing right there. My uncle, who's in charge of ACW, I told him, I said, if you see a young lad there named Casey Lycan, if you have a spot for him, I want to see what he can really do. And basically, he said, all right, let me see what happens. Come to find out, somebody didn't show up.
Matt Stryker didn't show up.
Right. Yeah. So I told him, I said, you know
always
what?
Bring your gear, guys. Always bring your gear.
Yes.
Even if you're not on the card.
Just bring it just in case, because you never know.
That's some advice for you.
So basically, Matt Stryker didn't show up to the show. So I looked at Casey. My uncle came to me and he said, "Where's Casey?" I said, "He's in the back. He went to go put, to help you set up whatever stuff that you were setting up." He said, "Tell him to go put his stuff on. His opportunities right here." So I went in the back and I told him. Casey got overexcited. I said, "Casey, calm down. I need you to focus." The one thing I've always learned when it comes to being in this business, try not to be so over yourself, because anything can happen at any moment. Next thing you're fucked. Sorry if I said it incorrect. Don't overwork yourself for nothing. Just keep yourself at a calm posture where you can know exactly what you're doing. And when Casey went out to do the event, he did his work.
More.
And then, when he did what he did more and a little bit extra. And then when my uncle basically told him,
the kid did good, man. The kid did good.
He did very well.
It was good enough to join the throne.
I stood right in the back, and actually I stood in the crowd, and I had my stuff on. It was incognito. Nobody could know it was me. So I'm watching him doing what he's doing, and when he came out and did the whole, going towards the end with the pin after he got, the guy basically rolled them up 1, 2, 3. So when he spazzed on him and took his shirt off and then had the throne shirt underneath, and he says, "Everyone put your pinkies up," I said, less is always more.
I'm still wondering where he got that shirt from, because he wasn't a member yet.
I gave it to him.
Oh, that's great. All right, we are finding things out on the 3 Count Podcast. This is awesome. We are discovering things on the 3 Count Podcast.
Or did he take it from my bag without me even noticing it? But
no, you gave it to me.
I know.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna jump right in and ask you guys, where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? Where do you guys see yourself, as far as the throne being in the next 5 years?
Signed? Honestly?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree, son.
Either signed or have
Traveling.
we either were signed or we denied a signature. We denied the contract.
Yeah, at least an opportunity to take that next step.
I
to
mean,
be able to walk on the grounds of like other
it's funny
people.
because all three of us had different end goals that we wanted. And that was one of those things where people always asked us, "Hey, where do you guys want to get signed to?" And we all three of us gave a different answer. Not that any one choice is bad. It's just everybody has their preference.
Yeah, but like the one thing I would say the mentality. I'm sorry, tongue twisted. That we have is that where one goes, all goes.
Yes,
which is true.
Like what I want a lot of people to understand about the throne, and this is my perception. The guys may have a different perception and everything. The throne isn't a gimmick. The throne isn't just, okay, this is our last hurrah. The throne isn't just, just something we threw together. The throne went from being a tag team to a family, like a true brotherhood, a true brotherhood.
Well, to add on to KC, I'll say it's more of a legion, because the way how I see in this standpoint, anybody can be. Everyone can call themselves royalty. Everybody can call themselves this and that. But the whole purpose of it is, can you really stand your own ground to be your own kingsman or be your own prince self in the group while still being yourself? That's the main thing I always say. Because remember, Danny's one way, Casey's another, and I'm the third. I'm not the third. Well, I'm the other one.
Thing with tag teams and with like stables and stuff, like you always learn about each other. I mean, Chaz, you have your own partner, right? So
right.
How long have you guys been teaming up?
We've technically only been teaming up starting that was March.
And how does that March feel?
You lost, kid.
But the thing is, I've known him for about like 10 years now.
Now see right there.
I mean,
you've known each other for 10, but you may have been you've known each other for 10 years, but it feels like you basically guys are just starting off fresh. To me, I've known Danny for about 6-7 years, or even longer than that.
8 years.
8 in total. And when we wrestle together, it feels as if we've been wrestling for 12 to almost 15 years. It's not just how do you feel in the ring; it's how you feel outside of the ring.
Yeah, I mean, we know each other very well. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know me, I know you, so we're able to throw things together and always try to keep things fresh, and we're not afraid to tell each other when we know the other one screwed up, or it's like, we should all work on this. With tag team wrestling is just difficult in general, because you have to rely on that other person to be able to hold the weight of your team as well, just like you. So,
and then at the same time, that's where also tag team wrestling could be very beneficial, because it's like, where one person may be lacking, the other person can cover up.
Absolutely. I think tag team wrestling is a lost art. It's great. Like
not even just that, stables as a whole, because it's like people are trying to always stand out, do this, do that. Like, there's no problem with standing out, but it's just like I said, it's just the mentality I have slipped in with being with them for so long and knowing them for so long.
There's 1,000 singles stars, and I use using
there's too many single stars
because everybody's a superstar. How many great tag teams are there? Not many.
Not many.
How many tag teams can you say you'll go to an indie show because you really want to watch a tag team? Not many.
Nope.
And if you guys can become a great tag team, then that's incredible. You and Chaz have been Chaz, you and your partner have been teaming up since March. So how many matches have you guys had?
I want to say, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Okay.
3 as a tag team.
Okay.
3 matches as a tag team.
3 matches as a tag team.
Okay, it's understandable.
It takes a long time to start learning, those things. I mean, personally, I would say you guys did pretty good. I mean, when we wrestled, so.
You guys have the.
No, I fucking hate him.
Then no of the match to say.
I love you. I love you too, bro. Love you too.
We had a good match. We had a lot of fun. I mean,
Terrible.
We beat y'all up most of the time, but we had a lot of fun.
So my next question is, what's one match that you are extremely proud of?
There was a match that Boxu and I had in. I'm obviously everybody knows who the Wild Samoans are. So we wrestled for the Wild Samoans last year. Well, the last time we worked, the second to last time we worked at the Wild Samoans, we wrestled a team called South Philly's Finest. I think that was a really good tag match. I'm really proud of that one.
Let's just say that basically being in the presence of the Wild Samoans and them coming to us, especially Lance Anoa'i himself, Samu and Alpha when we were in the back, and they came to us and said that, it's just the presence of them and them coming to us and saying that, yo, you guys did a fine ass job. We want you guys to come back. That goes to show you that you did something within that. I mean,
when you have that match and the match is done and you're going to the back and you just know, man, that was really good. That's how you know it's something to be proud of. And then I've watched it back a few times.
I almost cried.
Wow.
I looked at that. I almost cried.
Wow. So that's one match that I'm really proud that we've done.
Seeing like idols like them growing up as we were kids, to actually see them face to face, that's kind of a godsend.
Yeah. And I think for Casey, the match that I'm most proud of him was him and Bennett, man. Him and Bennett,
them boys, they took it to the next level. They made me feel proud, even though when I was younger.
Yeah, they work really well together. Their chemistry is really. Nice. It meshes. You and Bennett, you mesh very well.
I would definitely say that, and then I feel like what a lot of people don't realize is that in that match with Bennett, I was doing things that they normally would have never seen me do. Yeah, because obviously, size, we're the same size, same height, and whatnot. Now I'm a little bit more capable of doing stuff, but it was just like, it was the thinking on the fly for some of it. And it's like, I'll personally say that me and him, we had moments where we went blank. And I was just like, yo, do this. And he would be like, yo, do this. And half the shit, like, I'll be really honest, half the shit we did in most of our matches was on the fly. Like, extremely on the fly.
Told you.
No, that just means you have that chemistry, man. And
like the first time I bust out a German, like a German, I was just like, yo, take a German. He was just like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, just go.
Yeah. Well, Chaz took a German from us.
Mm-hmm. Claymore with it.
Oh yeah.
No, I took the German on that time, and I felt comfortable because when he popped me up and I jumped with it, just go back, keep it knocking and jump back.
I'll say another match I am proud of though. I have two. I faced Arn Anderson.
Andrew Anderson.
Yeah, Andrew, not Arn. My bad. Andrew Anderson. And
I was just about to say, you wrestled Arn Anderson. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, but I gotta hear about this.
Yeah, I wrestled Andrew Anderson.
I'm about to say, I've kept up with your career since you went pro, and I don't ever remember you talking about you wrestled Arn Anderson.
And then, this was never recorded, but I had a scrimmage match with like a little like quick technical match with Jay Lethal. That was pretty dope.
Like a practice match.
Mm-hmm. But then we watched the student get in and just fucking have a match with nothing but fucking arm drags, and we're eating the shit up like.
That sounds like a lucha match to me.
No. What you're not understanding, literally, there was no lockup, no finisher, no nothing. It was nothing but arm drags.
Oh my god.
That sounds like lethal.
I can do that. I can do that. I can do that match.
Arm drag, Japanese, American, Mexican. Yeah, I can definitely do something like that.
Oh yeah, we're ducking 2 lines and arm dragging, bro.
That arm drag we never heard of.
Japanese arm drag, left arm drag, right arm drag.
Or Mexican and American.
Oh, we gonna make it look like a hip toss up, arm drag, midair.
Okay, let's let them get their question.
Good, next. Yeah, that's basically.
You drawing blanks? Oh, we doing this interview on the fly. Got it.
Yo,
I don't mind doing it on the fly.
It's on the fly, man. Yeah, low key is on the fly, and like so, you know, I'll give it to Chris, man, and let Chris ask his next question.
All right, cool. All right, guys. My first question for you: what's the hardest you've ever been hit inside of a wrestling match, or the ring? Period.
Individual, like individual or separate? Like individual instance. AC start.
Individual answer.
Me start. I would say there's 2 or 3 times I've ever been hit hard. I would say the most recent one is with what's his name? He's from
Matt?
Blue. Yeah.
Matt Turner? Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Like
that
me and him were just
snug.
Me and him, like when I tell you, he was just like me and him are going at it and whatnot, doing some tech stuff, doing some like the shine spot, and he just comes to me like, you know, he gets me close, he's just like, yo, stiff. I'm like, okay. Then he hits me back, and we're just going back and forth, trading shots, and I'm just like, I get back, like, surprisingly, I wasn't concussed, but I'm just like, oh, shit, this nigga really hit me.
Yo, yeah, we thought you were concussed, man. He
really hit me. I would say the other time I really gotten hurt, like, I would say is the time I was in a Fatal 4. Like, it's the one match I hate the most. I was in a Fatal 4-way. It was me, Omen Rockshaw, Nightmare, and Jim Anderson.
Oh, God.
So here was the biggest, like, I regret ever taking the move. So it was supposed to be an electric chair neck breaker I was taking. It's a tag team combination. So homie missed the neck breaker. I landed straight on my neck. So then I got up, and I ended up taking a stunner. Then 2 people got out after I managed to kick out. I do a tiger roll, like a half tiger roll. At that moment, I knew I was concussed, like, because I couldn't do the tiger roll.
You are such a.
I managed to hit sliced bread, like pure adrenaline. Then Jim Anderson gives me the clothesline from hell, and I turned inside out. Legitimately, I like turned inside out. He comes back in, picks me up, and power drivers me, concussed, like completely concussed. Could not get out the ring by myself, and could not go home by myself. I was just purely concussed. Like, that's the hardest I've been, like, hit.
The hardest I think as of recently, that match would have been against SPF.
Well, he wasn't saying recently. It was just period.
No, period. Mel.
Yeah, period.
Mel, the Blonde Fairy. My first day, I took a clothesline from hell, and I damn near flipped.
No, but he's saying in a match. Like, it's like in a match.
Oh, in a match?
No, it could be period. Like, if the hardest you've ever been hit was in, like, training, that's cool, too.
Oh, no. I mean, I got a concussion during training. It wasn't the hardest I got hit. I really didn't want to curse during this podcast, but that little motherfucker Rome, man. Oh, God. That little motherfucker Rome, man. We were working, and he had a house of fire, and his house of fire included 10 forearms, and those 10 forearms turned into 10 elbows. Okay, and we did a clothesline spot, and I was kind of like almost legit knocked out. Like, legit knocked out in the ring. I was so fucking upset. Man, I was like, wow, he rocked me. You know, and then we did like a double rolling elbow, and I think we fucking like knocked each other's block off for real. We were done. We were in the ring. We were done.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
I don't even remember the match. I just remember that spot.
I think the hardest chop I've ever gotten from Riot was from Riot Rays. That was during the match.
He concussed me with a clothesline during training.
Jesus. Like when
But
he had asked me, "Oh, are you ready?" I said, "Do it." Like I got cocky with it. That was my second day of training. And I said, "Do it." So you know, I do the practice match and stuff like that. I was like, "Yo, do it." He got upset, and I looked at him. I was like, "Oh shit, I think I'm really messed up." He came out.
I think the second time, I have three because it was one was Rome, two was Matt Turner, just like Casey. We wrestled blue and gold, and that boy snug.
He snug.
But it was all right. I mean, it's cool. It's not like a complaining kind of thing, you know. And then my last one was I did a show, and me and Batu wrestled each other, and I was like, oh God, this is what people go through when we wrestle them. My partner's snug as shit. Wow. Fucking trading blows, and we are just knocking each other's shit off. I'm like, God damn.
I keep telling him I don't play around. I don't play around. If you don't hit me, I'm not going to sell. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
That's facts. Them chops, I felt them.
I'll definitely say this. Okay. I'll mention one more thing before the next question. I'll mention one more before we get to the next question. Believe it or not, me and Chaz has actually faced off once. And I can say me and him stiffed the shit out of each other that one time. Believe it or not, I had just came back from back surgery, and the doctor had straight up told me, yo, you can't wrestle, you can't work for 6 months. I made this recovery happen in 3. And he was my first match back to wrestling. And I remember, I think he had put me in a triangle choke. And I think because I wasn't as stocky as I was now, but he was not expecting my skinny ass to pick him up and power slam him.
Hey.
How did
you and Chaz meet?
TCW.
Mm-hmm.
So I give you that. So I went to college in New York. I went to Performing Arts College, and
I know what you're talking about.
And so I was still wrestling, in the yard,
doing that thing, that thing.
Man, I don't shy away from it. If you pissed off that I did the yard, well, fuck you, and you can suck it right. Because everybody else.
Everybody's done it. I tell everybody, everyone's done yard.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna shy away from it. I was in the yard for 9 fucking years before I went pro.
God damn.
I did. Yep, I did it. I started in 2011 in my fucking sophomore year in high school, and I stuck with it till goddamn it last fucking year.
So I told his ass, yo, go to this person and get trained.
He did. So, all right. So, but yeah, I remember that. I went, and I wanted to stay wrestling because I wanted to wrestle, and I was up in New York, and I just was looking like, is there any yard fans out in New York City?
Mm-hmm.
And I found TCW, and boom, I met him, and he was actually, I think that you were my second match in TCW.
Yeah.
I think my first, I guess,
was Boondocks.
Nikolai.
No, was Nikolai or was it Boondocks?
No, Boondocks was after you. Boondocks was actually my last match in TCW. I was there for a cup of coffee because I was a poor, broke college kid. So Metro.
I know that feeling. Don't feel bad. I know that.
Metro from the Upper West Side up to Coney Island. Yeah, nah, bro. So
wow.
Boondocks was my last TCW match. But yeah, Casey, listen, I had him in the triangle in the Hell's Gate, and I was like, yeah, can you pick me up? He's like, yeah, I got you. Man, this motherfucker here went whoosh and boom with the power bomb. And then if I'm name dropping here, Abraham Khan, if y'all go look him up.
My boy
Abraham in the crowd go, fall into the pin. And all you see is Casey out. He sells and then just falls right into the pin, and it's literally the most beautiful thing ever.
I remember that because I was so confused on what to do. Just like, wait a minute, I heard fall on the pit floor. I'm like, okay.
Literally, my man just went, ooh.
Then literally the end spot was, I remember that this was the first time like I ever was in this position. They could not decide who to put over. Like they were like literally everybody. It was a tie. It was a lock, and they were just like, yo, fuck it, you guys just figure it out. I'm just like, yo.
It's a double count out.
Nah. I gave him the win because it was just like I realistically thought about it in that moment. I'm like, I'm just coming back from surgery. I'm just, and I don't know him, and he doesn't know me, but he would have the advantage because
that now. Be respectful.
So he just came out of nowhere, and I'm just like, yo, hit me.
Don't put nobody over. That's why,
I was like, hey, hit me with the forearm.
Well, no. Batu put me over.
Dude, so you mean to tell me that when he did that?
Somebody who don't put nobody over. Look at the guy up there named Chris Idol. That man got the golden shovel.
Nah, wow. that man been taking his Hulk Hogan vitamins. You see what that man look like?
Stop it! Oh, stop it! This ain't about little old me.
I mean, like, the show that Danny and I did was a street show, and people know him in the area. So I said, all right, Danny, you be the face, I'm gonna be the heel. So everybody basically, of course, you see a long trench coat. What are you gonna think? Oh, he's a heel. He's a bad guy.
But he didn't even play heel. We did the match as two baby faces. I mean, we had the same gear on. I mean, shit.
Yeah, but I still put you over.
It's like, hey, you guys don't have a different gear? No, we thought we were teaming up today. Like, well, you're working each other. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I was like, okay, fine. So at the end, going towards it, he did the double arm DDT. I popped up, and that was it. He did the Swanton.
That was a good match.
I enjoyed it.
What I remember of it, because, you were a little snug.
Dude, and I keep telling you, you're going to hit me, you better hit me back.
You ain't pulled no punches. I was like,
Chaz, I'm going to say it like this.
This ain't even a podcast no more. It's a conversation.
This envelope ain't big enough for me to be doing all this.
This is Danny.
I want to hear from this guy because I feel like this guy has so many questions he wants to ask. He just doesn't know what to ask. I want to hear from this guy right next to me. 3 Count podcast guy.
3 Count. Yeah, come on.
3 Count.
Oh, we talk about me.
Yeah, we talk about you.
Oh, no. Yeah. I have all my questions ready to be asked. I'm just Chris to ask his last question. That's it.
We waiting. Let's get to the next question because we reminiscing too much.
That's the way, brother.
What's the worst match you guys have ever had?
Oh my
Either
God.
individually or as a team.
Whichever one. KC. Worst match I've ever had was a
4-way tag match.
6-man tag with KCB on the other side. I hated that.
Nope. The fatal 4-way tag match. That was the worst.
Which one? The one we recently had?
We had that at a special Sunday show, remember?
Oh God.
God, that was a cluster.
I would say my worst match. I don't know. Because I hate everything I do.
Same.
I hate everything. Thank you.
Shit.
We'll put everything inside the bin, okay? We'll put everything inside the bin.
I'm actually stuck. No, I hate that fatal 4-way match I was in with Omen Raksha. No, I take that back. WTF. Danny, that tag team match we did at WTF. I hate that. No, matter of fact, no, it's a tie between that match and the fatal 4-way match.
Went without me.
All right, so pretty much, like I said,
somebody works the shoot job, so they had to work Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it makes it worse.
Being a hero to everybody.
You have a bad match with a whole bunch of fucking dudes that have been wrestling for 10, 15 years. Everybody gotta love that 20-year vet that don't know what the hell they're doing in the ring.
Yeah, I think even Danny was there when I did the fatal 4-way match. He was just like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, "I'm hurt."
What, for the fatal 4-way?
Yeah, Jim Anderson.
I was not there for that.
No, you saw it. No, my bad. He saw it. He saw the video, and I was just like, he's like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, "I'm fucking hurt. Like, I'm concussed. I don't even want to talk about it." But no, that WTF match we had, the first.
Your headphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
My bad. I would say the match we had with WGF with the brand like Vegeta.
Oh,
Vegeta.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna let Daddy explain it.
Jesus.
Super Saiyan fat.
Alright, no disrespect to anybody in the business, but like imagine a big dude in a Vegeta outfit, right?
Might as well call him Nappa.
Okay,
All right.
no, it's not
Hold
now.
on, hold on. Let's just put everybody on this podcast. Yeah, ever seen the Boondocks?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Uncle
Uncle Ruckus with a Vegeta costume.
Oh.
All right, so here's what happens, right? So we're waiting in for the shine, right? Not the shine, the House of Fire. Homie tags him in.
Boy,
I'm already in the ring. Guys just getting in, and I'm just like,
what the fuck?
And at that second, you know he just messed up.
yeah, I'm just like, oh dear God.
Okay, well, everybody here has been training, right? So you know that everything lands in the middle of the ring, right? So that wasn't possible because by the time that the dude got in the ring, Casey had to run to him, and the dude just put his arm out for a clothesline. Oh, and he didn't even like bend the arm; he put his arm all the way out.
Oh.
Like, man, who the fuck trained you, man?
Like, I have to turn inside out for him to make it look strong.
You should never done that. Those are the.
Oh no! The best part. He gives me the second clothesline. Fine. He gets the atomic drop. Fine. Big boot comes.
So you know, big boots are usually all right. Hold on. Where the big boots are supposed to land? Okay.
On the shoulder.
Chris, Clifford, right? Well, that's your name, right? Cliff. There you go.
I mean, you can use my government name. I guess that works.
It's called 3 count.
Whatever.
We go Red Dog. We'll go Red Dog. That's
People of the podcast. Where are the big boots supposed to land?
Boom, right on the shoulder.
Okay, so all right, a homeboy put a big boot and it landed on the shin.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Oh wait, was this the story that you were telling me at Outbreak?
Yes.
Mind you, oh no, it gets better. I wasn't standing up. I was on a knee.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A knee.
Ooh.
I am 5'4", 165 pounds. I am on a knee. Half of my height is gone.
I mean, he
Ow.
is midget sized at this point. And you
Yeah.
I am mini me.
in the shin. In the shin.
That's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because the only thing I was thinking after that was just like,
Go home. Let's just go
I
home.
hope he got his AARP. I think he broke his leg or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta
No.
say.
Oh no! And then the worst part about it was we go to the locker room after, and we're like, "So, how long have you been working?" He goes, "I've been training for 3 months."
And you're in the show?
God damn it!
I could not be booked on a show until like half a year when I got bumps downright.
Oh, I didn't even work for 2 years.
6 months.
2 years. They offered me to work after a year of training. I said no, I wasn't ready. And then by the time that I wrestled my first match in
Black
2015,
Dragon.
I was ready. And it was a great match. It was a great match. That's another match I'm proud of, going to that one. That is one of the matches I'm most proud of.
And,
It was an incredible fucking match.
What is the next question?
This is brought to you by Arizona, best drink in the world.
I'm
not
last
even-
question for you guys.
Mhm.
What is the biggest regret you have with your wrestling career so far?
Didn't
My
start
biggest- Didn't start it earlier as possible.
Didn't go to a wrestling school earlier. Didn't start earlier in my life.
I would say the throne was not a thing. I would say that's the biggest regret because honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. We did not have this much success, doing what we were originally doing. We didn't.
No.
Like
But it was
merch was never like merch was never a thing. Like we were always just like, okay, when's the next show for the month, for the one time out of the month?
Yeah, because we weren't even booked like that at all.
Like literally now it's like it went from when are we getting booked to like, are we done yet?
Take it off?
When are we taking it off? Like
what weekend do you want to take off? Because
not even just
we
that.
Got a lot of bookings.
Like no, the month of November, like we're like triple booked. Like we're like, I think what the 14th.
Well, I mean, hey, listen. If anybody is running shows on the 7th or the 21st, we ain't booked those two days.
You know what? Hold on one second. Just to go quickly off topic, Mr. Evans, is there any shows going on the 7th or the 21st that you're working?
In Baltimore.
No, because only show I'm working in November is the 14th.
The Outbreak show?
Yes.
Okay, we'll whoop your ass there. Never mind.
There was fuck you, bitch.
No, wait,
there was a show on the 15th, but that got canceled. That was C3W. That got canceled. So I'm only doing it on the 14th of November.
Yeah, but
wait,
the 14th we're double booked.
Yeah. I mean, what about for Draven's show? When he's supposed
That's
to be
the
at
28th.
Well, there's no way we can do all that. We are beyond booked on that week.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're beyond booked. We got 3 shows that weekend.
Well, I mean, Mr. Evans, if you want some bookings, holla at the brother, man.
You ain't gotta tell a nigga twice.
Man.
But
I mean, we could probably get him on the other show for the 14th. He's already there that day.
For Triple WA?
No, for I think All-Star Wrestling or
Soba Show?
Yeah, Soba Show.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. But conversations back then to now, it's more of like, what's the next gear design? What's the next T-shirt design? What's next? Like these were things we were not thinking about. We were more.
Nope.
I can say we were more selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And
I wouldn't say selfish. We didn't know.
Appreciative.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Yeah.
Like we learned ring etiquette and we learned how to conduct ourselves, but we never learned like the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of the business. Like we never got taught, hey, this is how you get a booking. Hey, this is how this happens. This is how you make merch. We didn't even learn about merch, Mike Morgan is the one that taught us about merch and like how to really get merch, make merch, sell merch, profit, and all that stuff. Like Mike Morgan really is the one that did all of that.
Like right now, like we're in the process of setting everything up. Like we've been conducting a schedule of things to just get things rolling. It's just like these were things that we now have to kind of rush to do. But I can definitely say by the end of the year, we should have our pro wrestling tees. Our Instagram page should be, up and running by then. A Facebook page should be made by then. Like I said, gear and T-shirt designs are not really too much of a thing because we've conducted a team where it's just like it's a well-oiled machine. Each person in the throne has their responsibilities, and that's another thing I wish I would have learned too. Just like responsibility and accountability. Like, if you fucked up, just, you messed up. Like, don't just try to sugarcoat it. But now it's just like we're finally getting to that point. I could definitely say by next year, the beginning of next year, we should be like
definitely
full force with a lot of stuff.
Come after our podcast.
I'm
In the podcast.
you're talking about merch. Just because I like share the wealth. But what a maneuver. That's where me and Prince, we have all our merches on, and they're really good. As far as promotion and stuff. So if you're looking in as far as like some places to sell your merch, definitely look at What a Maneuver. As far as like online like sales and stuff, like they're really good.
Okay.
And they're not cheap. As far as like pro wrestling tees. No disrespect to pro wrestling tees, because the 3 Count Podcast is on pro wrestling tees. Go buy your merch at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod.
Too late. You already shit all over them.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't even know why you trying to salvage it, man. You straight buried pro wrestling tees like on the spot.
Who's got the golden shovel now?
Exactly. All right, so let me ask this last question for you guys before we hop into the 10 count questions. What is one piece of advice, I'd like to get just one from each one of you guys, one piece of advice that you would give to up-and-coming wrestlers?
Oh, God, where do we start?
Danny.
I'll just do one. When you are trying to get a booking and you hit up a promoter, send them a resume and a match that you did where you didn't go over. People want to see how you put somebody over, not how you win. If you're able to put one of his guys over, he's going to book you. Well, if you can work. If you can work. If you're not the shits. If you're the shits, then go back to school.
Like somebody named X-Ray King.
But like somebody who does a big boot to the shin.
Like I said earlier in the podcast, just be a sponge. Be ready to learn something. Don't just say, "Hey, I know this is this," because honestly, they'll make you keep doing that over and over and over and over, and that's your punishment. Just
you know nothing. You know nothing. When you started working, what do you know? Nothing.
I'll definitely say, me, I kind of speak a little bit of metaphor, so I'll explain it. Have your guards down, but your guards up at the same time. Pretty much in the sense of know who you can trust. Pretty much, I'll go into one more like kind of saying, if they stand behind you, they're with you. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand in front of you, that's your enemy. In a sense, keep your circles very small. Know who you can trust in this business, because at the end of the day, the real dark side to all of it is politics. And you never know who could be there to screw you over, who could be there to actually benefit you. So it goes back to what Danny said earlier, when you get into the locker room, shake everybody's hand, because you never know if that person is a promoter, if that person is the next big name, or that person could end up being, a brother in arms for life. Always, do your best to protect your image, to protect who you are, but be respectful about it. Like, just watch your back, watch your surroundings, and just always be willing to learn.
That's great. That's all great advice, man. So definitely for people who are paying attention, there you go. But that's with all of our questions, man. But we got one last thing for you guys. So let's not play around. This is everybody's favorite segment. It's the world famous 3 count, 10 count questions. Goes like this. We're going to ask you guys a series of questions. All you got to do, just answer it. First thought that comes to mind. You cannot fail this test. That's not entirely true. You can't fail this test, but you cannot fail this test. So let's put on an imaginary timer. Bing! And let's go down. Friday night, what are you doing?
Working.
Watching SmackDown.
If I'm not working, I'm working on throwing gear designs.
SmackDown or Raw?
SmackDown.
Team Blue!
Early bird or night owl?
Night
owl.
Early bird.
Night owl.
Favorite movie?
Desperado.
Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Damned.
Oh, I'll forget those great picks. Best faction?
The Throne.
The Throne.
The Throne.
Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
Duncan.
Listen, as much as Casey sends me a fucking Instagram video about him talking about Starbucks, he better say fucking Starbucks.
Favorite podcast?
3 count.
Right now, 3 count. Yeah.
3 count.
It's like it's not like we had to say anything at all. It's not like we had to push this at all.
Unpopular review.
Best catchphrase.
I came here to chew. I came here to whip ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
DTA.
Don't trust
I like
anybody.
it. All right, each one of you guys nominate one person that you would have on this podcast.
Draven Blaze.
Oh.
That's the one. That's the one.
You go.
Bronco International.
Going in.
Ooh, with a fucking translator? Like.
Hey, yo, Bronco was good.
No, Mel the Blind Fury.
I got 3. Mel the Blind Fury, William Biggs. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. No, I'm gonna stop. William Biggs.
My uncle.
Okay. Bet. And last but not least, because it's funny how somebody said it earlier today, favorite curse word?
Fuck!
No. I do this at work. I don't give a fuck.
I'd say shit.
So that is our 3 count podcast, 10 count questions. That's how it works. So with that being said, that's all wrapped up for us, but we've got one last thing. So guys, just for our listeners and our viewers, where can they find you?
Facebook, Instagram, CVS.
You can find.
Oh my God.
Facebook, Instagram, and Wawa.
Oh yeah. Instagram, Daniel Riley for the throne.
The throne, Batu Kusanagi.
Casey Lycan for Instagram. Twitter is, I believe, is Casey Lycan again.
I believe I can fly.
Everything is Casey Lycan. Casey.
Yeah, everything is Casey Lycan.
Casey.
But for the throne, we do have
Casey. What happened? Well, get ready for it, boys, because that's going to be your future guest, Bronco International, with a translator.
Where my chicken at, man? Get off that pollo.
Yeah.
I said, what happened?
Yeah, it's going to be like, hey, welcome to the show, Bronco. Oh, the gracias. Sí. Wow. What happened?
Watch this. Wait, hold on. I understand we're at the end of the show, but watch this. This is just for a funny moment for you. Hey, yo, Bronco, Jazz Evan, Chris Idol, and Red Dog don't like chicken.
Okay.
Oh no! Don't be putting it out there.
They don't like chicken.
Ellos son moreno. They black. Go when you don't like chicken.
Hey, yo, Bronco, they want you to eat a salad. They want you to eat a salad.
No. 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 Tienes que comer pollo.
Yo, having a match for Bronco is the best thing because he's like, drop kick, close line.
Drop.
Damn. Well,
it's just the way he talks, but he really did help us a lot with our career. Like we love Bronco, man. If it weren't for him, honestly, I think we wouldn't know half the shit we know.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should be in the yard.
I'd be wearing shitty ass gear. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Well, with that being said, guys, this is the 3 Count Podcast. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, here with the icon Chaz Evans, here with the Swole Master Chris Idol, here with Daniel, Casey, and Batsu the Throne. So check us out next time. Check out the next episode. Be there or
be somewhere else.
She's the greatest.
That was perfect timing. Wow.
Hey guys, it's the host of the 3 Count, Chaz Evans here. Make sure to let you know that I don't run shit, I don't do shit, I just talk shit. And make sure you subscribe to our podcast. What else should you do? You should also follow us on all social medias. That's the Facebook at 3 Count Podcast, the Instagram at 3 Count Pod, and the Twitter at 3Count_pod. Also, if you like us a lot, you should definitely buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod, and that's the number 3. Don't be an idiot and type in THREE, because you're not going to find anything. So make sure you follow us at 3CountPod or 3Count_pod on Twitter and buy a shirt. Be there or be somewhere else.